A very personal, laid-back crowd, so I hope we just can all enjoy each other and enjoy this evening. If the students can hear me, this is a very nice, comforting crowd. You guys are going to do a great job. Well, this is, as I've been saying, an evening of murder and mystery and mayhem. So there's going to be a lot happening. I think I'm supposed to be hiding some people. Tonight afterwards, we'll go over to the fellowship hall. There'll be a coffee bar. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I think you got to have certain desserts to go with coffee, so I'll be excited for that. And that is part of your admission tonight. There's no fee for the coffee, but then we will be auctioning off some desserts. Some of you may have had some desserts being made in your house this week. Anybody? Someone, none, all right. We've had some desserts being made in your house this week, and we'll be auctioning those off, all right? So we'll do our best to bid, to wink at each other, families, to help here. These were made by our secondary students, so we want to help encourage and promote them, and these proceeds will go towards their kickoff event in the beginning of the year and also for the secondary trip that they take each year as soon as we get back to completely normal. Amen. All right, so I think we're all set then for tonight. I hope the students are ready. Here's your cue. Please enjoy the evening. Thank you for coming out to show your support and support these students.
The door's locked! Help! Somebody quick! Help! Anybody! I need help! Oh my word! What am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna remain calm. You know, there's nothing to get excited about. Just because someone is lying there, probably dead, probably murdered, and the murders are probably somewhere in this room. Oh no! Okay, what am I gonna do? All right. Come out. I know you're in here, waiting for me to make the wrong move. It's no use. The place is surrounded. Give up now while you have a chance. You know, you read about things like this, but you never actually imagine that it will happen to you. Okay, I'm gonna ask you nicely for the last time. Oh my word, I bet you're behind the stove where I keep all the knives and meat cleavers. Oh my word. Why did I just say that out loud? Just what I need now is to give a murderer more weapon ideas. I am an idiot. Okay, I think I have an idea. It just might work. Well, I guess the murderer left. There's no one in here. I'll just tell all the policemen that they can move away and begin their search somewhere else. Yep, that's right. There's no one else in here. They probably left a while ago. Thank you so much for coming. Good luck with the rest of your search. Well, now they have all gone. I guess I better get ready for the day. That's right. There's usually 30 to 50 people waiting in line for me to open up. Wait, I think I hear someone coming. Shh.
Connie, are you here?
Oh no! Frank! Frank, are you okay? Frank, wake up! I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
at least the murderer isn't in the kitchen anymore.
Where am I? What on earth?
Frank, are you okay?
Yeah, but are you okay? I heard your screams and then I came in through the kitchen.
What took you so long?
I had to roll out from under Ben Davis's car. I got in here as fast as I could.
Oh, Frank, something terrible has happened.
What is it?
Look!
Oh, who is that?
Who is it? Are you kidding me? How would I know?
Well, didn't you look?
Look, why would I look?
Well, someone has to.
Oh, Frank, be careful.
I don't really think this poor soul can hurt me now. Whew.
Frank.
Connie, whatever you do, don't look under that table.
What is it, Frank?
I don't think I can tell you. I just can't bear it.
Frank, speak to me.
No,
Frank.
please, don't make me tell you.
If you're not gonna tell me, I'll just have to go look for
No,
myself.
you can't.
No, listen to me, Frank.
No, okay. Oh my God. Just give me a second. The person lying there at the table is the
My word, Frank. I have not seen you like this ever before. Well, not since the time that I told you that I didn't love you. All right. Frank, here. You sit right here, okay? Collect yourself. I'm gonna go see what has
No,
gotten you. No,
you can't.
no. I'm gonna go see.
No, please.
No!
I just knew it. I knew it.
Well, okay. What's going on? Frank? Is that you, Frank?
Rona, I'm so glad you're here. Quick, get the police.
Police, what's
A
happened?
murderer, that's what.
Murder? Is that Connie?
Yeah.
Connie has been murdered.
No, not Connie.
Then who?
Well,
Who, Frank?
I don't
Who?
think I can tell you, okay?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Frank, pull yourself together and tell me what's going on.
Okay, just give me a second. I have been through so much, and it is even 8 in the morning. I haven't had my first cup of coffee. Things like this just don't happen. What is going on? What is happening to Mayville?
Nothing is happening to Mayville, Frank. Just tell me what's going on so I can help you.
It's all like a nightmare. It's basically like a dream, I tell you. What is happening? Pinch me, Rona, quick. Tell me it's all
Will
a
you
bad
stop? I'm losing my patience with you.
Hello?
I'm doing the best I can.
I got here as quickly as I could, and
I know, Frank. Something horrible has happened. Now let me help you.
It's all like a nightmare, I tell you. Things will never be the same. It's all my fault.
Pull yourself together, Frank. This isn't solving anything.
You don't understand.
You're right, Frank. I don't understand. And I can't understand something I know nothing about.
Why are you yelling at me?
Miss
I-
Marshall? Are you okay, Miss Marshall?
I am not yelling at you. I mean, I'm not trying to yell at you. It's just I'm confused. Don't touch that body. It's against the law.
Body, you mean she's...
Now look what you did.
I'm done.
Where do you think you're
What?
going? I don't think anyone should leave here until we have uncovered exactly what has happened here this morning.
I don't have time for that.
I hope I don't have to physically keep you here.
Now that would be interesting.
There appears to be some hostility in your voice that does not blend well with the rest of this environment. Certainly raises my suspicions about you, if you know what I mean.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Take a look around. There are 3 bodies lying on the floor in one extremely upset party with a hostile person trying to escape.
Are you guys getting this all down? You should have a place to keep this type of information in the back of your program.
Will you knock that off?
My, what a temper.
I do not have a temper.
I see. Why then is he crying?
I haven't the faintest idea. No.
Where am I? What's going on? Ooh. My, this is very interesting, isn't it? Who are you guys?
I'm Mildred McBride.
And I'm Trixie Chabot. What are you doing here?
Well, now that's a story all in itself. First, I think we should uncover just what has happened here, don't you?
And why should any of us tell you anything?
She is certainly not very cooperative. That's important information.
Will you stop? Do you?
My, what a temper.
Really? I have a temper.
Yes.
Do you always scream like this?
Yes, she does scream, and she screams at me.
I did not scream at you, and I am not going to ask the both of you to stop.
I'm afraid you're just gonna have to get used to it. You see, it is critical that we both help them all through this.
Help them through what?
Who are you talking to?
What's even going on?
My head is spinning. Don't feel so well. I feel a
My, they're all coming around. Now who else is lying about?
No,
He's never gonna get up again.
Please, don't cry, Gotti. When you cry, it makes me cry.
Wait, so Buck is dead?
It's only Buck, and that certainly is a relief. I'm
Did you say it's only Buck? How can you say
And
that?
I guess you're just happy that my brother has been brutally murdered?
Oh, no, you got it all wrong. I was simply saying that.
Buck murdered right here in Mayville.
Right here in my cafe.
It's all my fault.
Are we really sure that anybody touched the body to see
Wait,
if he was actually...
Stay away from him. Don't go near him.
And I think you should leave.
And I think that would not be wise at all. You see, I'm going to have to ask that you all stay here until we can, with your help, of course, conduct an investigation. And I'm afraid she's right. A body should not be touched unless the authorities are present. I'm afraid it's the law. We will simply have to collect all the evidence we can without touching the body.
She seems to know an awful lot
Who
about
are you anyway?
investigation.
We already told you, I'm Trixie, that's Millie.
But what you haven't told us is who died and left you two.
I'm pretty sure we have uncovered just who has died here.
It was only an expression.
A very insensitive one. I am beginning to feel the same way as Millie and Trixie. You seem pretty heartless and rude.
And you never liked me anyway.
And there's a reason for that.
And as far as the in charge part,
We have taken an oath. We feel bound to the pursuit of the common good. You see, we are members of the high order of the Investigator Society. As members, we pledge to find truth wherever we go. And I'm afraid we cannot leave here until we've uncovered exactly what has happened here this morning.
We have police for that.
And you've called them?
Oh, well, you see.
She has been through a hard morning. She can't think of everything.
It's okay. I'll give them a call, but until then, please cooperate.
Frank, why didn't you tell me it was Buck?
I tried to. You just didn't give me a chance.
Give you a chance. I begged you to tell me.
I need to sit down. I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
And who do you suppose did this?
And she thinks that it was me? I
But
mean,
why would one of us want to kill Buck?
Well, you surely wouldn't mind if he was gone.
Frank, what an awful thing to say.
Well, it's true. Remember last fall at the fairground where he won 5th year in a row and you said he cheated and you said you'd get him back for that.
He did cheat, but that doesn't mean that I'd kill him.
Buck did not cheat. He won that race, fair and square. He is the best driver in the county.
Well, that's certainly what people around here wanted, them to believe. But sooner or later, the truth's gonna come out about this and a whole lot of other things.
And what does that mean?
I think you know exactly what it means.
Oh, really?
It's nothing except that 6 months ago, you would have said the same thing about Frank here.
Frank and I are still very good friends, aren't we, Frank?
Anything you say, Gotti.
You never did get over her, did you, Frank?
I will always love her. And I truly believe that she'll come back to me.
Well, guess what? The competition is certainly thinning out.
What are you trying to say, that I killed my own brother?
In some jealous rage, perhaps.
That's just crazy.
I've heard of crazier things.
I can see why the inspectors might think that you two might have done it.
You don't
But
think...
why would she think that I could have done this awful deed?
and me. Why would
Once
she
again, we see her true colors.
I just want you to
always
stop
thinking
being
of
mean
herself.
to Connie.
Miss Rona, I have had it up to here with you. Why don't you just leave the cafe?
I believe that we were all asked to stay. And stay here. I will. This will be very interesting.
Don't go near him!
I really don't think I can hurt him.
Miss Marshall's right. Please, stay away from the body. There may be fingerprints or other evidence that we would not want disturbed. We must not tamper with the evidence, especially a body.
And need I remind you, it's against the law. We have police for that. Now, why don't you all get comfortable? This could take a while.
What do you mean a while?
It's gonna
Well-
take a while.
I just have to say, are you up to this?
What?
Are you up to
Oh.
doing this?
Yeah, I'll be okay. So what do you mean it's gonna take a while?
The police haven't got here yet. I left a message on the machine when I called them.
After all, this is a small town. Things like this don't just happen.
Well, then I think it was very fortunate we just happened to come along.
Fortunate for whom?
How did you both just happen to come along anyway?
Well, you see, we were on our way to a meeting when we were stopped at your traffic light on Main Street, and we heard a lot of loud screaming.
Oh, that must have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it, and I was in the garage, and I was under a car.
It was loud enough to wake the dead. Sorry, it slipped out.
So anyway, we just followed the screams. I guess we're drawn to them. Must come from years of practice. But they led us to this cafe, and here we are.
Great. So could you guys tell me about that little quirk you have?
Quirk?
You know how you talk out there to someone or something out there.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, you see, whenever we solve an investigation, we always include them.
And who is
They are
them?
very helpful and amused by the process.
Who
Why,
is
the
them?
other members of the society, of course.
Such a loyal group. Thank you all so much for coming.
Right, just some crazy lady who's driving through our town without directions, you know.
We are mentally sound, if that's what you're trying to say.
Right. Well, I say we wait until the police get here.
Well,
So are they coming?
it'll take a while. You four,
What does that mean?
just sit here a minute while I get the rest of the society ready. All right. Are you up for this tonight? You should have all the supplies you need, paper and pencil. You will also be given paper clues throughout the night. Now I warn you, these clues come in two types: horse's mouth, which are true, right from the source, and grapevine, which may or may not be true. I will also give you a chance to ask questions later, so be thinking and be sure you are taking careful notes. Those of you who correctly solve the mystery will receive the usual reward: a warm thank you, a hearty handshake, and of course, the satisfaction of a job well done. Remember our oath: a good inspector misses nothing. Well, are we ready?
Let's just get this whole awful experience over with.
Connie, are you sure you're up for this?
Yes. I'll be okay. Will you?
I'll be fine.
Can we just get going?
We'd like to start with the victim's brother.
Me? You think I did it? Killed by flesh and blood?
We just want to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'll try to do my best.
Please state your name.
Francis Delaney.
Our name's their kid Francis.
But John Wayne was named Marion.
I also know we changed it.
We'll be getting to you in a moment. Until then, please remain quiet.
Just act like I'm not here.
Oh, I'd love to.
Mr. Delaney, I'm really sorry to have to put you through this, but I'm afraid it's absolutely necessary.
I'll try to do my best. I'm afraid I'm still a little bit in shock.
We'll be as brief as we can. Now, Mr. Delaney, what were you doing before you entered the cafe?
Well, I was in the garage changing the oil, the usual stuff.
So you're employed at the garage, correct?
That's right, employee.
What exactly do you do there?
You know, garage stuff and body work. I'm really good at body work.
So, Buck was your brother.
Yes, that's right.
I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
Did your brother work in the shop?
You could say something like that. He owned the place and inherited from the old man.
So Buck was your older brother then?
Why do you think that?
Well, if he inherited the family business, wouldn't that mean he was the eldest?
Well, actually, I'm the eldest, but the old man left the place to Buck. They were thick. He never cared for me much. We never even had anything in common. Actually, I never even liked the place. But I am really good at being a body man, but the old man said that the real work is under the hood. So when the old man died, Buck got the shop and gave me a job just to tide me over.
Tied you over?
Yeah, I'm going to be opening up my own place soon, just as soon as I get enough money.
You're gonna open your own shop?
No, I buy stuff at auctions and then I resell them.
You mean like garage sales?
I beg your pardon?
I'm asking if you buy stuff at garage sales.
What do you take me for?
I'm trying to figure that one out, actually.
I buy stuff when a company goes under, like when I just bought 300 shopping carts from Costco when they bit the dust in Gilbert.
Another
and
one bites the dust.
I am trying to speak.
I'm very
sorry, Mr.
sorry. Please
Delaney.
continue.
Okay. Oh, I re-cleaned them up, and then I resold them over to a Palmidia store opening up near Moorhead. It gets kind of hard doing all that off of my truck, so I need to get a place and really do it right.
I see.
So Buck thought I was nuts until he saw how much I got for those shopping carts. I'm just thinking of Buck.
It's okay.
Thank you. Buck thought it was not a flashy enough business for him, so he never thought of me much, just like the old man.
So, when is the last time you saw Buck? Alive, I mean.
The last time I saw him alive was like 5 last night. I just finished up cleaning his car for the trials tonight.
Trials?
He's gonna be going in another dirt race, preparing for the county showdown.
A dirt race?
County champs, 5 years running, a local hero.
You don't seem very impressed.
Yeah.
Well, I get sick of hearing about
Trust
it.
me, you're not the only one.
It seems to be what everybody seems to talk about.
Must be pretty hard being around all his fame.
You can say that again. It seems that everybody in Mayville worshiped the guy. It got on my nerves. I just had to learn how to deal with it. I just never thought it'd come to this. It's all my fault.
Actually, that is something we are going to have to determine, Mr.
Wait,
Delaney.
you don't think that I did anything to hurt him, do you?
Mr. Delaney, please tell us everything you did this morning.
Like I said, I was in the garage changing the oil to Davis's car. Buck trusts me with the small stuff, so I was taking out the plug. When I was doing that, I heard Connie scream, so I came in from the garage into the cafe. They're connected.
Wait. You mean you go from the cafe into the garage?
I go from the garage into the cafe.
Is that healthy?
What do you mean? I do it all the time.
I mean, having a cafe and a garage connected.
This is a very clean cafe.
After all,
Okay.
grease is grease.
Can you just stop being mean to Connie?
Frank, when are you gonna face the facts and admit that your girlfriend dumped you for your own brother?
Miss Marshall's dating your brother?
You mean was dating. Anyway, they were engaged.
Engaged? Mr. Delaney, how did you feel about this?
Terrible. I know she loves me.
No.
Really?
No.
What makes you say that?
I just believe it was Buck's idea. He always, everybody always listened to him. I don't even think Connie wanted to break up with me. I think it was just him. Everyone listens to Buck.
So your brother not only got the business that was rightfully yours, but also stole your girl?
This evidence is quite compelling, isn't it? Mr. Delaney certainly had the motive.
Wait, you don't think that I killed my own brother?
I think we have all the information we need at this point.
Thank you, Mr. Delaney. You've been very helpful.
You don't think that I did anything to her?
It sure looks that way.
I'm going to have to ask that you, please, keep your comments to yourself.
Well, if you ask
There's
me,
more evidence to collect before we can
Excuse you?
start drawing conclusions.
Well, if you ask me, this mystery's over.
As a
Is
matter of
it?
fact, there are a few questions we'd like to ask you.
Really, like what?
Well, first, please state your name.
Rona O'Toole.
How well did you happen to know the victim?
I knew him. Everyone knew him.
Miss O'Toole, I must ask for your cooperation.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. Actually, I think I can help you. I can tell you all about Buck and his simp of a girlfriend.
But don't you dare say anything bad about Connie. She is a wonderful person.
That's how much you know.
How long have you lived in Mayville?
Forever, it seems.
What do you do in Mayville?
I'm a postal delivery person, which reminds me, I do need to get the mail out. Neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet, nor hail.
Murder? Would a murder slow you down?
Well, I do have a job to do.
Yeah, You did a job all right on my brother.
Do I have to stand here and listen to this?
You have always wanted to see misfortune come to Buck, haven't you?
Yeah, where were you this morning? Perhaps right here doing bucking?
Would it be all right if we conducted this investigation?
I wish someone would.
I don't know about you guys, but I am trying very hard to like this male person. But you must not let your emotions overcloud your thinking. I will do my best to be the objective, but I'm sure I'm going to need your help with that moving forward. When is the last time you saw Mr. Delaney?
I don't know, might have seen him yesterday, maybe before that. I don't really pay any attention to him.
Where were you before you came to the cafe?
I was at the office sorting mail.
Can anyone vouch for you?
Jordan can vouch for me.
Jordan?
My husband?
Is Jordan out there? Could you please stand up if you're Jordan? Thank you. Can you?
Why, it's Jordan!
Oh,
And a whole lot of other folks.
funny, isn't
She's
it?
right. Look at them.
Oh, where did they come
Jordan,
from?
Jordan, tell them where I was this morning. What do you mean you didn't see
Wait, so
me?
I heard you correctly, you didn't see her
Yes,
this
you
morning.
did.
Hey,
I
let
saw
him
you this
answer.
morning.
Rona. Can you say that again one more time?
I did not see her.
You're gonna get. He's got it coming for him. Ooh.
So, Miss O'Toole, you could have been here very early at Connie's cup of coffee. You may sit down, Mr. O'Toole.
I was sorting mail, I tell you.
Can anyone vouch? Was anyone with you sorting the
No.
mail?
I was alone. I have the keys. They trust me.
So, like I said, you could have been here, and no one can vouch for you.
Well, if my word isn't good enough for
In
you, then-
situations like this, Miss O'Toole, we must validate all evidence. The guilty person is likely to cover up for his or her guilt. I hope you understand that this is not personal.
yeah, I think I understand.
So after you sorted the mail,
Oh, wait, so now you believe me?
So after you allegedly sorted the mail, what happened next?
Well, I thought I would go and open the windows for the day, and then it was like, maybe I should come over to Connie's cup of coffee and perhaps get some coffee and a Danish.
Is that typical?
She's here most mornings.
How nice of you.
I just want the truth to come out, that's all.
So you came over to the cafe, then what?
Well, I was driving down the street when I heard Connie screaming out the door.
I see. Which direction did you come from?
I was coming from the post office, which is just down the block and up the north.
So you would have been coming down Main Street, right besides us. That's odd. I didn't see you.
Perhaps you missed me.
I am extremely observant. I rarely miss a thing.
I just want to throw it out there. I think you missed something this time.
Thank you for your time, Miss O'Toole. We'll get back to you later.
How much later?
I don't know.
It could be a while. Need I remind you that a murder has occurred here and you are a key suspect in that crime?
The crime is that I came into this cafe responding to a cry for help. And now I am being held hostage.
I thought you said you wanted
No
to date
one
it.
asked you. Can I go?
Yes, you can sit down. Miss Connie, we would like to ask you a few questions as well.
Okay, but I'm not feeling so well. Everything is still such a shock to me.
Oh, this will be quite the performance.
Lily, this won't take long.
I hope not. I just can't believe someone would want to do this to Buck.
That's what we're here for.
You don't think I did it, do you?
No, you're not off the hook.
Please, be easy with her.
We'll do the best we can. Now, Miss Marshall, please tell us about your relationship with Mr. Delaney.
Do you mean Buck?
Who else?
Well, you could be talking about Frank, after all.
Yes, Miss Marshall, you used to date him as well?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Why did you end that relationship?
I thought you wanted to know about Buck.
I do, but since you brought it up, you might as well tell us.
Well, Frank he's a sweet man, but it wasn't meant to be.
Really? Why?
I just didn't love him. That's all.
But you love Mr. Buck Delaney.
Yes, I did, and now he's gone.
I realize how hard that must be for you.
Just please go on.
Please recall your morning for us.
Must I?
Well,
Don't make her. She has been through so much.
could you please for us?
Oh, I don't know if I can. I'll try. Let me just try. Please give me a moment to breathe.
She has always been quite the actress.
Really?
I mean, you should have seen her in her high school play. It was called The Miracle Worker. They all thought she was blind. She's good.
And what are you implying?
Nothing, just that you're a skilled actress.
Can't you see what she's trying to do?
I think I understand.
I can't keep dealing with this. This is too difficult for me.
I realize that, Miss Marshall. What exactly happened this morning?
I think you have put her through enough.
I think you're right, Mr. Delaney.
Must we relive all this again?
I'm afraid if we are going to get to the bottom of this, we are going to have to know exactly what happened. Now, Miss Marshall, what time did you arrive at the cafe this morning?
It must have been about 5:30. I like to have coffee on and some fresh rolls for the breakfast regulars. They count on that.
And you didn't notice or hear anything unusual?
No, I only came out here to turn on the lights.
What time did you discover Buck?
Well, I was in the kitchen getting things started, but then, like I said, I came out here to turn on the lights, and that's when I noticed him.
Did you happen to recall if the front door was locked?
I can't remember.
It was open when I came in.
Well, then it must have been open. Perhaps the murderer went out that way?
Excuse me while I consult my friends out there.
Perhaps you recall, was the door locked? Do you remember?
It was.
Thank you. I do believe the door was locked, Marshall.
Oh, well.
This is so irritating. Why do they do this anyway?
You know, they're out there, remember? You even talked to them, remember?
Miss Marshall, you own this business, correct?
Yes, Connie's cup of coffee. It's a nice little business.
Yes. When is the last time you saw Buck alive?
Alive? The last time she saw him alive?
Dude, you have to cry all the time. It's getting on my nerves.
He's lost his brother.
I was with him late last night. We went to the movies. It was a wonderful evening.
So you didn't see him this morning?
Not until I came out here to turn on the lights.
Miss Marshall, are you okay? Why don't you get into the chair?
Miss Marshall,
Thank you, Mr. Delaney.
Do you believe me?
believe you?
That I didn't do it.
The investigation is still very young.
How could you think that I could have possibly?
You're not off the hook. You could be lying too.
What do you mean, too? You've been
lying? Me? I'm a very ethical person. Ask anyone in Mayville.
I told you, she's good. A born actress.
Can you just leave her alone? She is going through a hard time right here.
Now, at this time, I'd like to ask Miss Rogers a few questions.
Junior, please call me Junior.
Junior, it is. How well did you happen to know the victim?
Everyone knows Buck.
Yeah, so it seems. You two were friends?
Well, actually, we had our differences.
Please continue.
What do you mean?
Tell us about those differences.
Well, you see, it's all about Josie. I hate to brag, but I'm what you might call a pure genius. I'm an inventor, and a pretty successful one at that.
Successful. Does this man look successful?
Why, I invented the pocket fisherman.
Wait, did you say you invented the pocket fisherman? That's funny, because that's Buck's idea. You stole it, and he has the patent.
No.
Yes?
Maybe there is some truth in what she's saying. Is there anyone that could speak on your behalf?
Harv?
Okay, we'll get back to him in a little bit.
Are they all gonna talk out there to these people?
I mean, if I want them to, they will.
Okay.
So,
whatever.
Junior, if you are such a fine person, why was there so much tension between you and Buck?
Well, you see. Buck
lots of
just
words.
wanted the town to worship him. He couldn't help when anybody else got any recognition.
That sure is the truth.
I had to put up with it my whole life. I wasn't going to let that punk get the best of me.
Oh, really? What did you plan to do?
I planned to be famous, that's what.
I see.
No,
How
you'll
did
be
you plan to do
famous.
that?
Well, you see, I'm in a negotiation with Walmart. Can you imagine the Harriet Rogers pocket fisherman everywhere in America?
I'm sorry, but that is Buck's pocket fisherman. I promise you, I saw it in his safe just a couple of days ago. The patent. Yes, I did.
You saw it?
Yes, it was safe and sound.
What new deal, Miss Rogers?
Well, you see, I'm in a negotiation with Walmart.
Yes, could you expound on that? What kind of inventions do you make?
The chia pets, the clapper, clap on, clap off. They're all mine. The people at Ronco just can't wait for me to come up with something new.
You mean give them other people's ideas?
It's mine. It's mine.
He's lying.
Junior, you wouldn't lie to us, would
Of
you?
course not. I have a long list of successful inventions. The clapper, clap on, clap off, the thigh master. People at Ronco just can't wait for me to come up with something new.
Yes, like you said.
Yes, you said that.
You not have anything else to say? Seem pretty guilty. Lots of words? What's running through your head? Are you stealing things from people? I know you are.
That
Are you
invention
sure?
was mine.
Are you sure?
Junior, what I'm hearing is there seems to be some question about the authenticity of your invention.
Well, actually, there seems to be some question about the authenticity of her story, right, Harv?
Harv, could you stand up? Could you tell us, is Junior lying about the patent?
Oh, no. Junior's been working on things for years.
Oh, okay.
Junior's the smartest person I know.
Thank you, Harv. You can sit down.
There, you see?
But Buck, no, that can't be true. Buck told me that it was his. He would never lie to me.
Yes, he would.
What?
He lied to you about the will.
The will?
The
So-
safe. She said she saw it in the safe.
So, I overheard him telling you that he had changed the will so that you would be the benefactor, but that's not true, Connie dear. Mother would never allow that.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm afraid he wasn't telling you the truth, Connie. I'm the benefactor.
I think that is important information. Be sure you're getting that down.
But Buck assured me that my name was on the will.
He lied about a lot of things.
Really?
He was literally the scum of the earth.
Don't say that about him. I loved him.
And you're a fool.
This just gets more interesting all the time. Don't you just love a good mystery?
What is it that he lied to you about, Miss O'Toole?
He promised Jordan and me that he would throw the race just once so that we could win.
Buck would never throw a race. I mean, I don't think he would.
He was capable of anything and not to be trusted.
Did he really lie to me?
Yes, he did.
How could he have done that to me?
So Buck told you he would throw the race.
Yes, me and Jordan would have done anything to win that trophy just once.
Any?
We wouldn't kill him if that's what you mean.
He did win the race, did not throw it, and he took you both
Shut
for
up, Frank.
fools.
Shut up, Frank.
Okay. Well, there's one thing I would love to mention about that is $5,000.
What?
What's this about?
Nothing really. It's just that someone has a big mouth.
Oh no, you paid Buck $5,000 to
Frank.
lose, and he didn't even. He did win. He won. Okay. And what were you gonna do? You were gonna call the police, and he really got you good, didn't he?
Frank, I'm
Oh,
warning you.
you're gonna kill me too. Oh.
I did not kill anyone.
This is certainly fascinating, isn't it?
He really hurt you, didn't he?
He told me that he loved me. Maybe that was a lie too.
I'll get him for this.
Someone should kill him.
And that is just what someone did, and one of the four of you know exactly which one it is.
Do you? Did you grab the hammer? Okay. What was it? Give me lines. I don't know what we skipped, but we skipped a big part. Yeah, with Junior, but I
You'll just have to do the best you can. I can't get there right now, and I'll tell you all about it when I get there. Just make sure the boxes get filled, and I'll do the route as soon as I get there. Make sure no one thinks anything is wrong, because nothing's wrong.
Now that's a good liar. She could make you believe anything. Do you see what she's like? Capable of anything.
No, there's nothing wrong with the car. I'll tell you all about it when I get there. No, I'll tell you all about it when I get there.
And that temper. I mean, with a temper like that, she could be capable of almost anything.
That's right. There in the middle drawer, 19 cents. It's in the back cabinet, but only get 2 scoops, otherwise it gets very dark and bitter.
I really think that you guys have found your murderer.
See you later. If I don't call by noon, I'll call you.
I
No,
mean,
okay, bye.
she's deceptive, devious, and is a very angry person.
And who are you talking to?
Why, the members of the society, of course.
Oh, and what is it that you're telling them?
The truth, and only the truth.
Oh, so are you telling them about your plans to trick Buck into getting married just so that you can get your hands on his property?
That's not true. That's a lie. You can't believe a thing she says. I love Buck.
Is that true? Even if you aren't going to inherit his property?
How can you talk about property at a time like this? All I want is for Buck to be back.
This is the highest.
Is this all you have to do?
I finished counting the toothpicks.
Oh, I know. Trust me, you count under your breath like 1, 2, 3. Loud enough that we know that you're counting, but not to know what number you're on. Kind of like water dripping somewhere in the night.
Excuse me, but I'm trying to keep myself busy here. Sure beats being rude to other people.
There's a fine line between being rude and being annoying.
Oh, and I think you found the perfect line that blends those two qualities together.
And what do you mean by that?
I think you know what it means.
Could you tell me what it means?
Oh, yeah. Do I have to spell it out for you?
Yes, spell it out.
Don't you dare take another
Mr.
step.
Delaney, that is absolutely not necessary.
But she.
We know what was happening, quite a temper, but you, Mr. Delaney, I did not think you were capable of such violence. Very interesting.
I would not hurt anyone. I really wouldn't. Isn't that right, Connie?
I don't know what to think anymore.
Mr. Delaney, where were you?
I was only in the garage. I had to finish Davis's car. I was only putting in the new oil. He's about to be in a few minutes. I was only just next door.
Yeah, we think he was only next door.
I was. I really was.
I want to believe you, Mr. Delaney. Really, I do. But under the circumstances, that was not a wise decision at all. Just makes things more complicated.
More complicated?
Yes. You see, these people can account for themselves for the past few minutes. But if we found out that something happened while we were gone, all the fingers would point to you.
And you, who can account for the two of you over the past few minutes? I mean, who knows who you are, who you say you are? Maybe you're just some deranged tourist.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, it seems rather odd that you two happen to be stopped at the only traffic light in our town at the exact moment that Connie was screaming out the door.
True. How do we know that you guys, who you are, that you say you are?
Hopefully, Mr. Delaney, nothing will develop that will put your character at further risk. But will you from now on do as I ask you to do?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Now we have some rather interesting information to share with all of you. And with you. Are your pencils ready? I assure you, you won't want to miss any of this. Let's start with the will. Miss Marshall, I'm afraid Buck did lie to you. He did not change the will, and in case of his untimely death, the shop would become the property of Frank, his brother.
Maybe he hadn't gone around to changing it yet.
It was changed last week, actually. It was very clear that even if Buck was married and had children, it would still go to Frank.
He must have suspected something.
This has gone on far enough. I would never do anything to hurt Buck. I loved him. I just want him back.
If there's a talent scout out there, I'd make sure to pay attention to what you were watching. This could be a gold mine.
Miss O'Toole, I have an update about you.
Really, what?
I have verified a $5,000 withdrawal from your account and a $5,000 deposit into Buck's account just prior to the county fair.
That's really quite a coincidence.
I don't think so. The cashier's check was written to Buck Delaney from your account.
Okay, so what if I paid him $5,000? That proves absolutely nothing.
It does prove that you lied.
Yep.
Was this money offered for him to lose the race?
What if it was? Doesn't mean that I'd kill him.
We are just trying to establish intent Miss O'Toole.
I see.
You have something
Mr.
to say?
Delaney, we had a chat with your mother.
Really?
Would you say that your mother understands you?
I tell her everything.
She told us that you became quite upset when Connie was interested in Buck.
Well, it was so sudden.
Your mother described it as a rage.
Rage is very such a strong word. I'm not usually that emotional.
Not emotional. Frank, I'd really hate to see you when you were emotional.
Mrs. Delaney, could you please stand up? Mrs. Delaney, are you out there? She not here?
What's her first name?
Marge Delaney?
Mom?
Well, I guess we don't have any evidence for that, but your mom did describe it as a rage. She also said that she did not really approve of Miss Marshall.
What? How could she have said that to her future daughter-in-law?
Somehow I think the wedding might be off.
That's not funny.
Is Louette out there?
Louette. There you are.
Louette, please tell us why Connie was interested in Buck's shop.
Buck's shop?
Go ahead, Louette.
Connie told me that Buck knew all about the strip mall plans and was going to give Connie his shop.
Thank you, Louette.
Mrs. Delaney, are you there now? Was Buck planning to turn his shop into a strip mall?
Not that I'm aware of.
She never liked me anyway.
That is not true. She just didn't know you yet. You had to give her time.
Oh, she's the one that's going to be giving time.
Listen here, Rona. I don't care about you. Why don't you just mind your own business because you don't know anything? Why don't you just admit it? Because you're the one who did this.
Okay.
Thank you, Louette.
Yes. Thanks, Louette. So much. You're such a friend. Oh, my word. This whole strip mall thing is completely out of proportion. It is really just one.
Oh, well, I do have one more piece of evidence to share with you all. I'm sure Junior would like to hear this. I was able to get access to Buck's safe. In fact, it was standing open. No sign of a patent.
But,
Of course there wasn't a sign of the patent. That invention is mine.
Yes, but I promise you, I just saw it a couple of days ago. It was in the safe.
You've been sure of a lot of things tonight.
That's not funny. No.
Well,
It's true, though.
Miss Rogers, I did find the patent in your truck out front with Buck's name as the holder of the patent.
It's a lie. It's forgery. That invention is mine.
I'm afraid you're wrong, Miss Rogers.
You see, I do know of what I speak.
Spoken like a true actress.
I'm sure this comes as a real shock to you, Junior. I know how much you were counting on this deal.
You can't imagine. You just can't imagine.
So, there you have it.
Wait, are you saying that Junior did it?
Perhaps.
What does that mean?
It means any one of you could have been tied to this unfortunate event.
Wait, you don't.
Shut up, Frank. I mean, Frank, we need to be patient and cooperate with the inspectors.
That sounded just a little too rehearsed, too.
You know, no one said anything about the
Oh,
hammer.
yes, I almost forgot. I did have the hammer dusted off for fingerprints. I felt in this case I just needed to determine who touched the hammer, since it was my guess that the hammer lying next to Mr. Delaney was indeed the murder weapon.
But I thought you said no one should touch.
And it was just as I thought.
What is it?
What?
Wait, so I used that, so my fingerprints will be all over it. What does that mean?
Wait, that's the hammer that I used to hang the new bulletin board in the post office.
I just used it to hang a calendar.
I doubt if my fingerprints
You
are
have
on that.
all used this hammer recently.
On
I'm so
second
glad.
thought,
You have something to say?
I used it to pry open the safe.
So it could have been any one of you.
I'm so glad that the two of you have been able to narrow it down for us. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I think they're doing an excellent job.
Okay. Whatever you say.
So If we have all touched the hammer, what is that supposed to prove?
Nothing really, and yet everything.
So your job is becoming increasingly more of a challenge. I'm going to have to insist that we take a break and have some time to collect our thoughts. There's info throughout your booklet to review, and you will also discover clues hidden throughout the foyer, the bathroom, and the fellowship hall. So be inquisitive and be alert. When we come back, you will have a chance to ask any of these suspects a question, so be thinking of questions. I think that takes care of everything.
We will need you all to stay here when we return.
How long is this gonna take?
Oh, I think 30 minutes will do just fine. Isn't this exciting? No. See you all right back here in 30 minutes.
Don't follow us in the script. Give me anxiety. Is my mic still on when I said that? It sounded like it was
Please
still on
join
when I
us
said
all
that.
in the fellowship hall for a coffee bar and a dessert auction.
No, like when I said it, like when I.
That was so good.
I feel like I can hear it. Though. Do you not hear that? Do you not hear that? Like echoing.
What?
I know it's on, but like.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but he might have muted. He didn't mute it when I said, "Have you been following us through that?"
You said the same
And
exact line, which was really funny.
I know.
I was like,
I know.
Oh,